Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing some bread, which is something you guys have been requesting for quite some time, and finally I'm getting to it, so I apologize it's taken some time. But today, on a specific note, I'm going to be making brioche bread. So if you guys aren't familiar with this, it's a high-fat bread, has quite a bit of butter and egg yolks in it, which makes a beautiful golden brown crust on the outside and a yellow crumb in the middle. It's kind of flaky but soft. It's one of those things you can just serve at a dinner table. It has amazing pastry applications to it, but it's really become a savory sort of centerpiece bread for a lot of savory bread recipes and so forth. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and finally I'm getting to one of these requests that you guys have been just looking forward to, and hopefully you guys enjoy this recipe, and let's get in the kitchen making this brioche bread. So the first thing you're going to make in this bread recipe is the starter. So just add some warm milk, sugar, and yeast to a bowl and let stand for about 10 to 15 minutes. And this is going to allow the yeast to multiply and produce the necessary gas that allows the bread to leaven and really bring volume to the whole recipe. So it's been about 10 minutes and the starter is definitely showing me signs of life. It has large sort of sticky bubbles in it, which is showing me that it's producing the gas that I want for the leavening in the bread. So now I'm going to fit the mixer with a paddle attachment, add all the egg yolks in the recipe to the starter, add about half of the flour and a pinch of salt, and you're going to want to mix this for 5 minutes on medium to high speed, and this is going to produce the gluten or the protein that's necessary for the bread structure. So after that 5 minutes of original mixing has passed, you're going to start incorporating your butter about a tablespoon at a time, and this is just going to give it the beautiful richness that you want in this dough. So once you've incorporated all the butter into the dough, you're going to want to give it a good scrape down and then switch out the paddle attachment for the dough hook and incorporate the rest of the flour in the recipe, and you're going to want to continue kneading for about 5 minutes on medium to high speed. So once you're done with the kneading process, grab a bowl and completely coat it in a nice layering of butter. Then you're going to take the dough out of the mixing container, put it into the greased bowl, and also coat that as well from top to bottom with the butter. And you're going to cover it with plastic, let this double in volume. It'll take about an hour or so, but just make sure you keep it in a nice damp and warm place in your kitchen. After the dough is doubled in volume, just simply punch it down, and you're going to divide the dough accordingly into your well-greased baking pans. After that, you're going to cover everything in plastic again and allow the dough to proof or double in volume before you bake. So when the proofing stage of the dough is done, just simply egg wash the top of the dough, and this will give it that beautiful shine to it when it's finished baking. Also, you're going to bake at 375 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes for the dinner rolls and approximately 20 to 25 minutes for the loaf. When all your bread is done baking, you're going to want to take it out of the oven and let it cool down for at least 10 to 15 minutes before you want to eat it. This is going to allow all the proteins and all the bread really just to sort of retain its moisture and retain its structure. So just make sure that you cool it down for a solid 10 to 15 minutes before eating. So it's been about 4.5 hours since I started this recipe, so definitely take some time doing this, but as you can see, the product that you yield is absolutely incredible. Definitely worth the time and effort put in, and I'm excited to try one of these little bread rolls out. So really flaky and fluffy. The crumb is really soft, but you have this crisp outer exterior. As you can see, I put a little egg wash on it to give that beautiful shine, and also I sprinkled a little bit of fleur de sel or sea salt on top of each one of these little rolls. I have my beautiful loaf right here. Didn't come out exactly how I wanted, but really close. Definitely the texture of the bread's all there, the flavor's all there. But as you can see, I have this crack down the middle. That just takes, making bread over and over and over again to get absolutely perfect. But it came out really exactly how I wanted it, aside from some aesthetic purposes. But let me try this little puppy. Really good, really soft, almost, if you guys are familiar with Hawaiian bread, I don't know. It's really, really fluffy and soft, has a really good crisp texture on the outside, really buttery, rich. Very good, really, really tender bread. Well, I'm going to sit here and enjoy this beautiful feast of bread, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, thumbs up, and comment below for future video requests and things like that. And I'll see you guys next time with some more recipes.